Hello students, welcome back to the online class. In this video, we are going to understand our next part of the lesson, the storyteller. So far we have seen here three children are there, two small girls, one small boy. Their aunt is there and a bachelor person who is the stranger for them. They are sitting in a compartment of the train and here some conversations are going on between the children and aunt. The bachelor means the stranger person who is sitting in the front seat. He's just observing and listening to them. Now, what happens here? Cyril asks a question, counter question to lady. Why is the grass in the other field better? This question he asked because aunt tells him the shepherd man takes sheep into the. He was taking out his sheep from the field, and aunt tells Cyril that why he was taking out, because the grass in the other field perhaps was good. But here this was not the sensible question, logical question, a logical answer for the question of Cyril, for the question of children. So this is why Cyril asks again one question: why is the grass in the other field better? So the frown on the bachelor's face was deepening to a scowl. What is a frown? Frown means the lines which are appearing on the forehead. The lines which appear on the forehead are the frowns. Frown is single, frowns plural. So here that line was appearing on the face, on the forehead of the stranger. And what happened here? Actually, this is happening because his tension was increasing, because the children are asking the question and aunt was not able to answer. Now, scowl. Scowl means what? Angry look. An angry look. To a scowl means to an angry look. It was giving an angry look. The frown on the forehead of the man was giving an angry look to him. He was looking angry. He was a hard, unsympathetic man. Hard and unsympathetic man, the aunt decided in her mind. Aunt decided because aunt was seeing the man and there was a frown on his face. His face was looking angry. This is why aunt was thinking that the man was hard, means he was not a soft person. He was a rash, hard person and unsympathetic. He doesn't have sympathy, kindness for people, and this she decided in her mind, and this is why she was reluctant to talk them. She was utterly unable to come to any satisfactory decision about the grass in the other field. But here what happened, she didn't have any satisfactory answer for the children about the grass in the other field, why the man was taking the sheep, why the shepherd man was taking the sheep in other field. The smaller girl created a diversion by beginning to recite. Now, a diversion means what? A diversion, this word went to you in your poem, the road not taken. Diversion means a division. Here, a distraction also. A distraction means and another way she created here, the smaller girl, and it was by beginning to recite. She was reciting means she was singing something. What was it? On the road to Mandalay. This she was singing. She only knew the first line, but she put her limited knowledge to the fullest possible use. Means she was using the only one line. She knew only one line of the poem. This Mandalay is in Myanmar. It is a city in Myanmar. So she was using this only one line. She was repeating the only one line of the poem. She only knew the first line. She repeated the line over and over again in a dreamy but resolute and very audible voice. In a dreamy means what? It is feeling like she is in a dream, and it was resolute. Resolute means a firm firmness was there in her recitation, and thereafter uh, very audible voice means a very clear voice was there. It seemed to the bachelor as though someone had a bet with her that she could not repeat the line aloud 2000 times without stopping. The bachelor thought that the child, the smaller girl, is reciting the line as if she has set a bet that another person who is having bet with her told her that you cannot recite it loudly, and she told that I can. So this could be the bet of that girl, and this is why like that she was repeating the line and loudly. So this he thought, and whoever it was who had made the wager was likely to lose his bet. Whoever it was means now he is telling जिस किसी ने भी वो bet उस गर्ल से लगाया होगा कि वो पोएम जोर से 2000 बार नहीं बोल सकती है, ये बेट जिस किसी ने भी उसके साथ लगाया होगा वो हारने वाला है, because girl was not stopping and she was very eager, interested to recite that poem's line. The wager means what here? Wager means to bet. The wager was likely to lose his bet. Here the wager means to bet. Come over here and listen to a story, said the aunt. When the bachelor had looked twice at her, he looked at the lady two times. The lady said to children, come over here, come near her and listen to a story. The lady was thinking to tell a story. Now, what was it? The children moved listlessly towards the aunt. Moved listlessly means not in a list. They moved randomly. Means they were tired and without energy. Listlessly means tired and without energy. So they moved towards her without any energy. The children moved listlessly towards the aunt's end of the carriage. Carriage means the compartment. Evidently, her reputation as a storyteller did not rank high in their estimation. Evidently means it was looking that aunt was not she didn't get any respect or a reputation from the children about the story because her stories were not so good. This is why she did not rank high in their estimation. In their estimation means what? In their perception, in their understanding. She was not of high rank storyteller. So, in a low, confidential voice, interrupted at frequent intervals by loud, petulant questionings from her listeners. Means her listeners were asking so many questions. Petulant word meaning is given here. Unreasonable means unuseful. Such questions were coming, and thereafter frequent intervals means so many times, and they children were interrupting the lady and they were asking number of questions. It is natural because children don't have knowledge of so many things of the world, of the things around us. This is why they keep asking what are the stars, why they twinkle, what is the sky, why the earth moves, why the day comes, why the night comes. So such questions, so many questions, whichever they feel in the story, they ask. She began an enterprising and deplorably uninteresting story about a little girl who was good. Now she began an unenterprising. Unenterprising means what? Unadventurous. The story was not adventurous, and deplorably means badly. badly uninteresting story about a little girl who was good and made friends with everyone on account of her goodness, and was finally saved from a mad bull by a number of rescuers who admired her moral character. Now, here a very simple story she told to children, that a good girl was there. She had so many friends due to her good character and good behavior. And afterwards, what happens? A tragedy comes in her life, means a bull, a little bit incident. A bull, mad bull, comes to dash her, comes to beat her, and so many rescuers, means people who save. Those are rescuers who save someone. Such rescuers, they they save the girl from the bull, and they admire her moral character also. She was very good girl, and this is why they saved her and they admired her. And this was a very usual story, very common story. Such stories are very common. Now, wouldn't they have saved her if she hadn't been good? Demanded the bigger of the small girls. Means two girls are there, one is bigger, one is smaller. Out of them, the bigger girl asked, what asked? Wouldn't they have saved? Means अगर वो लड़की अच्छी नहीं होती बिहेवियर से, तो क्या लोगों ने उसे बचाया होता उस बुल से, उस बैल से, पागल बैल से. So this she is asking here, wouldn't they have saved? Means people have saved. Would they not have saved her if she had not been good? अगर वो अच्छी नहीं होती तो बचाया नहीं होता क्या लोगों ने? So demanded the bigger girl. It was exactly the question that the bachelor had wanted to ask. Means the same question bachelor also wanted to ask to the lady. Means the bachelor was also listening to the story the lady was telling. Now what happens? Well, yes, admitted the aunt lamely. Lamely means what? Lamely means lacking, lacking a force, lacking effectiveness. Effectiveness was not there in her saying. Well, yes, this in this thing means you can say confidence was not there. So, but I don't think they would have run quite so fast to help to her help if they had not liked her so much. Now, what she is telling that I don't think that they ran very fast. They ran very fast to save the girl because she was of good behavior. Now, aunt is saying that if girl was not of good behavior, they would not have run. People would not have run very fast to save her. Now, this is not a satisfactory answer. It's the stupidest story I have ever heard, said the bigger of the small girls, with immense conviction. With immense conviction means what here? Conviction means a strong opinion. Immense means something which is very big or very strong. Immense conviction. Immense is strong, and conviction is the opinion of some person. So the girl, biggest girl, told that I don't like the story, and this is the stupidest story, and she was of the very strong opinion. This was her very strong opinion. Now I didn't listen after the first bit. It was so stupid, said Cyril. After the first bit means when the story started, after that first little bit part, he did not listen the story. The boy, Cyril, because the story was sounding stupid. Now come on the next page. The smaller girl made no actual comment on the story, but she had long ago recommenced a murmured repetition of her favorite line. So what happened here? She was murmuring repetition of her favorite line. Murmur means what? Low, quiet voice. In a low voice, she was saying the favorite line, which on the road to Mandalay. That first line of one poem she was repeating very slowly. And what the line is saying that the smaller girl made no actual comment. She did not make any comment, but she had long ago recommenced. Recommenced means what? Recommence means to start something, and she had started it again. You don't seem to be a success as a storyteller, said the bachelor suddenly from his corner. Now, this is the first line which the bachelor is saying. What he is saying that the lady is not a successful storyteller. Be a success. You don't seem to be a success as a storyteller. Means you are not a successful storyteller because the children don't like the story. The aunt bristled in instant defense and this unexpected attack. Bristled means what? Bristled means she showed her anger, her angriness to the bachelor in instant means immediate defense. She defended herself. To defend herself, she became angry and she told to the man at this unexpected attack. Means this was the unexpected line by the stranger, by the bachelor, which he spoke to the lady and the lady. It's a very difficult thing to tell the stories that children can both understand and appreciate. Now she tells that it is very difficult to tell such stories which children can understand also and they like also. Now this is not a good question, good answer. She said stiffly. What is the mean by stiffly? Stiffly means in a formal way or unfriendly voice, unfriendly way. Means it was showing that she was rude and she was angry due to the statement of the man. I don't agree with you, said the bachelor. Now, bachelor is saying such stories can be there which children can understand and they will like it also. Perhaps you would like to tell them a story, was the aunt's retort. Aunt's retort means what? Retort means a reply, quick reply, angry reply, retort. So, here perhaps you would like to tell them a story. Aunt is telling that you would like to tell them a story. It seems that you would like to tell them a story. Tell us a story, demanded the bigger of the small girls. That bigger girl demanded, tell us a story to that man. Now the man tells the bachelor, once upon a time, began the bachelor, there was a little girl called Bertha who was extraordinarily good. The children's momentarily aroused interest began at once to flicker. To flicker means what? To flicker means to appear for a short time. Means they were losing their interest. To flicker means to start losing the interest here. To flicker means something appears for short time and goes. That means the interest was coming and going for short time. So they were losing the interest within short time. So all stories seemed dreadfully alike. All the stories were looking same. Dreadfully means horribly. So no matter who told them, the man is telling stories looking like same. The girl is very good. Again, the lady is telling the story. Aunt is telling the story. It is also looking like same. The girl in the story is good behavior. So they were losing the interest at that time. What happens? She did all that she was told. Means whatever work was told to the girl, she did. This the stranger man is telling about the girl in the story, Bertha. She was always truthful. She kept her clothes clean, ate milk, puddings. Puddings is a dish which is made up from bread and milk, as though they were jam tarts. Jam tarts here, tarts, a food made from jam. and learned her lessons and learned her lessons perfectly. Means whatever study was there, she used to do, and was polite in her manners. She spoke politely, humbly with people. This is the nature of the girl. This passage is telling nature and habits of the girl. What she ate, how she spoke, how she behaved. Was she pretty as the bigger of the small girls? No, as pretty, not as pretty as any of you, said the bachelor, but she was horribly good. Horribly good means very, very good, but not pretty means not very cute like you all. There was a wave of reaction in favor of the story. The word horrible in connection with goodness was a novelty that commended itself. Now what they are telling, that there was a wave of reaction in favor of the story. Now the children grew the interest. How? Because the man is telling horribly good. Horrible is a thing which makes you fear, and here good also he is telling. This is a contradiction. So horribly good, how someone can be horribly good? So good also and dangerous also. The both the things cannot go together. But the man is telling. So the children grew their interest. They became more interested to listen. Means this is something different. And was a novelty. Novelty means a new thing that commended itself. Commended means what? Commended means recommended, proved acceptable. Here its meaning is given, proved acceptable. So it was a new thing and it was acceptable to the children. It seemed to introduce a ring of truth that was absent from the aunt's tales of infant life. Now, aunt's tales of infant life means what? Infant is a very small child. And here it seemed to introduce a ring of truth. A truth, a truth, a ring of truth means a circle of truth, means a chain of truth was created in the story. That chain of truth was absent in the stories of aunt. Now, the next part we will learn in our next video. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Write down the difficult words which are explained in the lesson. So have fun. Take care. Thank you so much.